Hi everyone, welcome to the Hack the Hackers channel. Today's topic is application security. How do you secure applications part 1. Let's get started. In this slide we will discuss about the table of contents for this session. This session is divided into two parts. The first is about the channel and secure code review, and the second part is application vulnerability, threat modeling, types of threat modeling, static and dynamic analysis, manual and automated testing, tools for apps testing, types of application security testing tools, web security testing and its tools, OWASP top 10, SANS top 25, quality assurance, unit testing, system testing, integration testing, performance testing, user acceptance testing, regression testing, and next session. About the channel. We are starting this channel for all viewers who want to learn basics of information security and get relevant skills in this area for finding suitable job in the area. Through this channel, we will also educate the viewers on life securing, information security and cyber security skills. Anyone who is beginner and till expert level will find these videos interesting, as well as for the users of digital era, one must know the basics of information security and secure the application, secure assets, secure transactions, secure information, rights and privacy of data, what is cyber crimes and follows password policies, etc. There are various security challenges at various levels. As the digital and internet penetration and spread is taking place across the world, not only in urban areas but also in rural areas, including developing and underdeveloped countries, it is prime important to know how to be secure in the digital world, in cloud, in Internet of Things, artificial intelligence and machine learning, and in using mobile, in securing apps, in the internet world, in using desktops and laptops, in using financial and banking transactions through various apps to avoid phishing attacks and password management, etc. This is Presley and I am the presenter in this channel. This channel is named as Hack the Hackers as it deals with security in general life, prevents the users from being duped or cheated in the digital era. About the presenter, having 14 years of experience into information security and advanced master degree in mechanical engineering from State University of New York at Buffalo. This channel, as I said, will address most of the things in layman's language for beginners in information security and will be interesting to the experts. This video will provide guide to the application security so that you can have firm grasp of the subject, as it is elaborate and comprehensive. As I said, I have published couple of ebooks in Amazon. Kindle version, The Information Security for All, and paperback version, The World of Information Security. We have started our startup Digital Express Online, which deals with digital business and cyber security. Also get connected to me professionally on the LinkedIn. In this slide, we'll discuss about the secure code review, what is done during the phases of SDLC. First, with input validation. Here the application's inputs are decided by various inputs in the forms of alphanumeric characters, integers, real numbers, dates, and various other paragraph inputs. While designing the application, care must be taken to ensure there is no buffer overflow flaw and inputs must be validated. Also, through inputs, there is need to accept the appropriate inputs for the application and avoid SQL injection vulnerabilities. The input validation comes under manual testing, and it is very important to ensure that the applications are secure from the inputs, ensures right inputs and does not accept the wrong inputs, and displays the correct error messages. Next is output validation. Here the applications must be tested rigorously and no sensitive information is provided as output. Here, only the necessary details and least privileged information must be displayed as output. The output must contain appropriate details required for users, and thorough check for identity, entitlement, access of users must take place. Next is message integrity. That is, no message displayed on the screen as output must contain any sensitive information or must not help hacker with valuable credentials and other details. The error message must not result in revealing any vulnerabilities of the applications. The message must match the criteria for which it is created in the application. There must not be any modifications of the business by the users of the applications. Next is fail safe over. or the exception management. This is nothing but ensuring that if the application failed for some reasons not anticipated by the developers, it must not reveal any sensitive data. That is, developers must manage the such application exceptions to the applications due to various unknown reasons and ensure applications fail securely. Next is session management. It is the key to any applications. Ensure that application which is generated uniquely and is encrypted, session key is generated uniquely and is encrypted, must be developed so that there is no session hijacking or there is no middleman's attack taking place. The session time must be less enough to ensure that the session key is not decrypted by the hacker. Also, if the session is inactive for more than 1 minute, then the session must execute timed off or session must cease to exist securely. Sessions must ensure proper handshake between the user host and server must be encrypted and must be secure to take place with proper acknowledgement and identify the user's credentials and user's host machine details as such as MAC address and IP address. UAT by the customer and sign off. UAT is nothing but user acceptance testing. Whenever you develop application, once the application is ready in beta version, try to get the user acceptance testing signed off from the customer so that any security deviations also may be rejected by the customer and customer knows what is the security posture of the application. Next, ensure that the web application has cache in some other region when published. When developing application through the vendor, ensure you have escrow agreement with a third party so that in an event the vendor organization is closed, you can still get the source code. Also ensure your source code for the application with different version is safe in the version control repository. Next is secure authentication and MFA, multi-factor authentication. For all the users, ensure you have secure multi-factor authentication. This is discussed in password management security video in detail. Do not provide access to the application without the secure authentication credentials are verified. Next is key management function. Ensures application has certificates from the certificate authority, and also keys are safely stored with the key management authority and has 2048-bit RSA encryption. The key management function in the application must be isolated and securely used. Next is role-based access control. The application may have various users such as super admin users, and normal users. For each of the users, the dashboard and the level of access must be different. Next is secure authentication. This means who has what level of access and for which files. Next is secure authorization. This means who has what level of access and for which files. This must be done in the application and the database accesses. As a programmer, the common mistake is to hard code credentials in the application source code. Never ever hard code the credentials in the applications. This needs to be tested during the secure code review. Password management is securing the credentials at rest, such as hashing with SHA 3.0 and providing the salt, and a stringent password policy. You can go through my earlier videos on the password management security which discussed in detail. Next is design stage. During the design stage of SDLC, the application needs to follow the secure code practices such as what must come in front end, what must be security in the middleware, and what is the security in the database access. The application must not directly provide access to the middleware and database for any users. This must follow multi-factor authentication and based on the user query must translate the query into secure results into output. That application must be based on the individual classes and objects. For example, if your users want to change the password, then it must invoke secure core methods only for the password updation. It must also depend on the session time as discussed in the session management earlier. Secure DevOps or DevSecOps. In today's DevOps, the cloud world, the application is developed in the container so that it is highly portable to any of platforms or architectures. This enhances the security of the application as well as speed in which it is deployed. The container has all the DLLs, updates, patches, and add-ons. DevSecOps is the new trend in the applications world, where security is combined with development and operations. The security testing and the secure code review takes place in multiple iterations and multiple phases of DevOps life cycle. This increases the speed of testing the application and ensures there are less bugs, less issues, and less errors in the applications. Abstraction in Java and Python is a programming methodology in which details of code are hidden from the users and only essential functionalities are displayed to the user. Abstraction is achieved in either abstract classes or interfaces in Java and Python. Polymorphism means existing in many forms. Variables, functions, objects can exist in multiple forms in Java and Python. There are two types of polymorphism, which are runtime polymorphism and compile time polymorphism. An excellent example of polymorphism in object-oriented programming is a cursor behavior. A cursor can take different forms like arrow, line, cross, or other shapes, depending on the behavior of the user or the program mode. With polymorphism, a method or subclass can define its behaviors and attributes while retaining some of the functionality of its parent class. Next is inheritance. In Java and Python, code is written in objects or blocks if you are adopting object-oriented programming methodology. Objects can interact with one another by using the properties of each block or extending functionalities of block through inheritance. Inheritance ensures that code is reused. There are millions of Java and Python libraries that a programmer can use through inheritance. The properties of a class can be inherited and extended by other classes or functionalities. There are two types of classes. One is parent or base class, and other is a child class, which can inherit properties of the parent class. Inheritance is a major pillar in object-oriented programming. It is mechanism by which classes in Java, Python, and other object-oriented programming languages inherit the attributes of other class. A parent class can share its attributes with a child class. An example of parent class implementation is in DLL, Dynamic Link Library. A DLL or dynamic link library can contain different classes that can be used by other programs and functions. Next is encapsulation. Encapsulation is a programming style where implementation details are hidden. It reduces software development complexities greatly. With encapsulation, only methods are exposed. The programmer does not have to worry about implementation details but is only concerned with the operations. For example, if a developer wants to use a dynamic link library to display date and time, he does not have to worry about the codes in the date and time class. Rather, they would simply use the date and time class by using public variables to call it up. In essence, encapsulation is achieved in Python and Java by creating private variables or define independent classes and then using public variables to call them up for use. With this approach, a class can be updated or maintained without worrying about the methods using them. Isolation. Isolation is an important function for applications. Ensure that sensitive areas of the applications are isolated from less privileged ones using many concepts discussed above such as container, abstraction, inheritance, polymorphism, encapsulation, etc. Next is the ensure that there are no generic accounts, which ensures accountability, authentication and authorization. Generic accounts do not have authentication and accountability and authorization and has repudiation. They are less secure and can land in hackers' hand and malicious users' hand very easily. Next is use of default accounts securely. The default accounts are needed so that there is always entry point to the enter the application with a backdoor entry for the developer. However, there might be security attacks if it is exposed to the malicious users or hackers. Many a times, the sensitive data is exposed by the application wrongly to the users or to unknown person. If at all you want to display the sensitive data, employ masking such that most of the characters is masked and only digits that user can recognize so that even if the browser is exposed to others or someone doing shoulder surfing cannot recognize the sensitive information provided by the application. The last is configuration management. It is required so that infrastructure systems are patched and even applications are patched with latest updates and fixes to known and tested vulnerabilities. Ensure you do a VAPT, that is vulnerability assessment and penetration testing for the applications, so that errors, bugs and problems are recognized and suitable actions are taken to mitigate them. Next, the last session, next session, video on mobile security. How do you secure smartphones? Part 1. In case I missed anything in this session, then you may subscribe to my channel to comment and I will clarify all your doubts. Share with your friends. Sharing is caring. Help them to learn as well. Click on the bell icon and get my next video notification. Thank you. Looking forward to stay connected with you all. Subscribe to my video. Thanks.